Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? It's time again for the knife of the day. Yeah, knife of the day. That's singular, but we have two of them. And no, what you see in my hand is not the new Mannix 2 with the back lock. What you see in my hand is the original Mannix. Yeah, the original Mannix came in two sizes, 95 millimeters and 83 millimeters. And look at that, with a back lock. This is the original discontinued Spyderco Mannix. And I thought since Spyderco just released in 2017, as I record this, the new Mannix 2 with a back lock, that we'll do this as the knife of the day. Remember, the knife of the day is every single day on the Keith Kevin Ken channel. If you enjoy this, thumb it up and subscribe. We're trying to hit 2,000, our 2,000 subscriber goal. So let's talk about the original Mannix. And it looks like Spyderco has gone back to this design with their brand new Mannix 2. So here's the deal with the Mannix. Let's look at the small one first. The Mannix was created to be just a beefy, kick your tail kind of knife, a hard-working knife, and boy it is. It started with the back lock, just a very strong back lock. Listen to it click. Now remember, this is the original. This is an older knife. I didn't even know that these existed. I started collecting Spydercos about 3 years ago. And I was doing what they call type collecting. Let me just try to get one of everything. And I was 2 years in before I realized, I saw it somewhere, that there's actually the original Mannix, because I just fell in love with the Mannix 2, actually had a back lock. Let me look at and see if I can find them. I was lucky enough to find two new in the box on the secondary market. So let's talk about it. I have not held, or am I going to purchase the brand new Mannix back lock, because this is good enough for me. I have about 4 or 5 Mannix 2s with a lot of different steels and that sort of thing. But I'm not going to get the new one. But let's talk about the old one. First of all, this is the smaller one. It's a S30V steel, so they gave it great steel. Look at that stock. Thick stock. Really thick stock. S30V too, which is just great. 3.2 inches. That's where they got that 83 millimeter. 3.2 inches. And because it has that wonderful forward choil. Now remember, I always talk about the 50-50 choil. This is about 50-50. 50% of the choil made from the handle, the other 50 made from the steel. So the cutting edge is about 2.75 inches. Flat ground, ready to do some slicing, ready to do real work with that strong back lock. Just a real sturdy knife. And the jimping. Interesting jimping. This is kind of regular jimping. On the bigger one, obviously, when I bought the bigger one, the 95 millimeter knife, which is really 3.75 inches, I had a combo blade because that was the best one that I could find. Look at the jimping on that. It's got pretty much 3 little things with a lot of space in between. Remember, these are the older knives. This was the first one released, was the big knife. S30V steel, of course, the same as the other one. And look at the handle. Remember, Spyderco came out with the Mannix XXL or XL, and it uses the exact same handle as this one. At the end of this video, I'm going to compare these two to the current Mannixes, okay? The Mannix XL as well as the Mannix 2, so you'll get to see the size and the comparison. But that jimping is interesting. This too is not the sophisticated jimping that Spyderco uses now. That's very rough jimping. This one, not so rough because of how it's put together. Let's talk about that handle. Black G10 scales, grippy black G10 with, of course, as I said, man, it's smooth too. This is an older discontinued knife, but it's so smooth and so rugged in your hands. It just feels great. 4-way clip, the regular Spyderco clip, up, down, left, and right. And it has stainless steel liners. Now, they call these skeletonized liners. I can't really get in there, but there's a circle cut out in each of the liners. Let me tell you something. This is old school skeletonized. It's not the skeletonized that you see modern day from Spyderco and all other makers to really lighten this up, because even with the skeletonized, little skeletonized, this small knife weighs in at, is that right? Oh, weighs in at 5.5 ounces. So it's kind of beefy. With the same kind of skeletonized liners, stainless steel liners here as well. Again, it's old school skeletonized liners. This is 6.1 ounce, the big one. Yeah, these are beasts of a knife. But I'll tell you something, they can still do big time work. That's why I'm passing up on the new one. But you probably can't find the older ones on the secondary market in good shape. If you get a chance to grab the new Spyderco Mannix 2 with the backlock, grab it. If you're a hard worker, if you like an EDC that can do a lot of work, and I'll tell you what, today's Spyderco backlock, it's been evolving. It's a lot better than this one is. It's even stronger. So if you want a big, strong, hefty knife, if you can find the originals, the Mannix, in the secondary market, grab it. They are huge. Look at that huge lanyard hole that's available. This is a working knife. Don't get me wrong, I love the ball bearing lock. I think the Mannix 2 with the ball bearing lock, for me, is really revolutionary. I really like it. But man, this back lock, it's not as purty, but man, is it sturdy. It makes for a great knife. The knife for today is the original Spyderco Mannix. That's right, with the back lock. These are the original Mannix, discontinued. The large one, they marketed as 95 millimeters. Yeah, 3.75 inches. Big knife, great stock, S30V steel. And the small one that they marketed as 83 millimeters, well, that's 3.9 inches. Heavy, yes, but man, heavy duty as far as what it can accomplish with that backlock. I figured I'd pull out the discontinued knives and make them the knives of the day, since Spyderco just released a new Mannix 2 without the ball bearing lock, but with the back lock. Man, if you're looking for a heavy duty, this is the current XL. You can see, same handle, but with a lot of the flourishes and of course the ball bearing lock. And of course, this is a sprint run Mannix 2 ball bearing lock. You can see it compared a little bit bigger than the original. That's it. If you love these daily knives of the day, thumb it up. Let me know that you're out there and to keep it going. We're going through my collection knife by knife, day by day until we're done. I figure it'll be a year or so. Okay? We're starting with discontinued Spydercos. I have a huge Spyderco collection. We're going to go through the entire collection until we hit the most recent Spyderco that I bought. Okay? At the time, we're at the end. Then we'll go through all the other knives in my collection. I have 4 Pelican cases. So we'll go through all of those knife by knife. Like it, thumb it up, share, subscribe. We're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers, and don't forget to turn on your notifications. Thanks a lot for your support. Thanks for watching. You have a great day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.